Are you all feeling good today? Yes? Very good. Students, in our previous class, we have discussed more about the literary portion, like literature include prose and poetry, right? We have recalled all the prose piece and also the poetries. Am I right? So in this class, I am going to discuss with you about the grammar portions we have studied till. Alright? Okay. First, let's see pronoun and its proper case forms. What is mean by pronoun? Pronoun? Okay, before that, let me ask you another question. What is mean by noun? Very good. Noun is the naming word. It denotes the name of a person or place or things or idea and so on, right? So, noun means naming word. Cat, dog, river, mountain, school, playground, Ashwin, Arjun, Sachin, Malala, Safina. These are the names of some person or some animals or plants or place. So, these are called as noun. Noun means naming word. Pronoun. Pronouns are words which are used in the place of a noun. Okay. In the place of a noun, if we use another word in the place of noun, that is called as pronoun. For example, in a paragraph or if you are introducing yourself to somebody, at first you will say, I am Ashwin, I am Malala. Okay. Or if you are talking something about another person, always you will not mention their name. Ashwin is my friend. Ashwin is so and so. You will not use the same name repeatedly. What will you say? Ashwin is my friend. He is studying with me. He loves this. He played this. So, what you are using? Instead of that noun, instead of the name Ashwin, you are using some other words. Those words are called as pronouns. Okay. Now, instead words which are used instead of, in the place of noun, then it is called as pronoun. Like I, he, she, it, they, we, you. So, these are the pronouns. In this pronoun, there are two kinds or two forms we can say, that is subjective case and objective case. What is the subject of a sentence? Doer of the action. Subject refers to the doer of the action and object is the receiver of the action, right? This and all we have learned already. Now I am just revising them. Okay. So, this pronoun has two forms, subjective case and objective case. In simple, for your understanding, I will tell you that subjective case of pronoun comes before the verb. Objective case of pronoun comes after the verb. Is that clear? Subjective case of pronoun comes before the verb and objective case of pronoun comes after the verb. What is meant by verb? Very good. Verb is the action word. Sing, dance, write, play, listen. Okay. So, these are the verbs, action words. Any word that is denoting or indicating an action. Writing is an action, is an activity. Playing is an activity. So, subjective case of pronoun comes before the verb and objective case of pronoun comes after the verb. And it has some forms, some changes. Here, these are the pronouns which are used as subjective case. When it comes in the objective case, it will change into another word, objective case of pronoun, like I. Here in subjective case, this I this pronoun will come as I. When it comes in the place of objective case, it will change into me. I will change into me. In your textbook, you have the tabular column for this. Students, take your text, take page number 19. In page number 19, at the top, they have given a tabular column for subjective case and objective case of all these pronouns. So, I will change into me. Where? In objective case. He, him, she, her, we, us. You will remain the same. There is no change in you. You in subjective case and objective case, the same. You. Okay. Next, they, them. Now look at these examples. He likes ice cream. Here, he. It may refers to a boy, a man. Okay. Ashwin or any name of a boy. So instead of this noun, we are using another word. This particular word is the pronoun here. This is the pronoun. And this pronoun comes before the verb. Okay. This pronoun comes before the verb, and so this is subjective case of pronoun. And now look at this example. She gave me a pen. So gave is the verb here. I already told you that objective case of pronoun comes after the verb. Subjective case of pronoun comes before the verb. Here, she is the subjective case of pronoun. She, it might refers to any name of a girl, name of a woman. Okay. So she, here this is subjective case of pronoun. Why? Because it comes before the verb. Now, verb gave me. This is a pronoun, but it comes after the verb. And so, this is objective case of pronoun. We cannot say, she gave I a pen. She gave I a pen. This is wrong. Because this is in the object, in the place of object. Okay. She gave me a pen. We cannot say she gave I a pen. This is wrong. This pronoun changed into me when it comes in the objective place. Is that clear, students? This is what we have studied about pronoun and its proper case form. The next is indefinite pronoun. These are the definite pronouns, but there are some indefinite pronouns. We cannot, the name itself indicates that it is indefinite. Okay, it is not denoting any particular person. Here I, it is indicating a particular person. He, it is indicating a particular person. We, it is indicating a group of people. But indefinite pronouns will never define or denote a particular person or a group of person in particular. Okay, that is what called indefinite pronoun. Like nobody. Okay, is that clear, students? Students, now let's see transitive and intransitive verbs. As you all know that, what is meant by verb? Verb is indicating the action words like giving or give, give. Okay, these are the action words. Writing, singing, playing, dancing. Okay, teaching, listening, everything, every action is the words which is indicating an action is called as verbs. So it has two types, transitive and intransitive verbs. What is meant by transitive? Transitive means taking something to another place. Okay, transforming or transferring. Okay, here there are some verbs which are used as transitive verbs, and there are some verbs which are used as intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs do not need an object, but transitive verbs need an object for its complete meaning. If we are using an intransitive verb in a sentence, then there is no need of object. Without the object, the sentence will be complete. But if we use a transitive verb in a sentence, that particular sentence need an object. Okay? And without the object, the sentence will never be a complete one. It will not give a complete meaning. So, if you need a complete meaning for a transitive verb, we need an object. Okay? Now, look at these examples. Birds fly. Here, flying is the action word. So, it is the verb. Birds fly. Here there is no need of object. Why? We know that birds will fly, right? So here the word fly is used as intransitive verb. But in the same way, we are taking the same verb, but in this sentence, Malala flies an airplane. If we take only this part, Malala flies. Malala flies. Does it give a complete meaning? Malala flies. What? We need an answer. So this particular verb is same as this verb. Flying. Birds fly. This is a complete sentence. Birds fly. This verb doesn't need another object. Okay. For its completion. But here, Malala flies. If we take this much from this sentence, it never gives a complete meaning. Malala flies, it's like a stupid word, right? So, Malala flies, this verb needs an object for its completion. If we want to complete this sentence with meaning, we have to add another object. Malala flies an airplane. So, what did she, here, this is the object. Okay, Malala flies an airplane. So, this verb is receiving the object. Okay, ma'am? So, this is transitive verb. So, based on this sentence, the verb changes its form. Okay, it might be transitive or intransitive. So, transitive verbs need an object for its completion, but for intransitive verbs there is no need of object. Okay, birds fly. This is an intransitive verb, but the same verb flies, Malala flies. It need an object for the complete meaning. Okay, without this object it will be a meaningless, a stupid sentence. Okay, now this transitive verbs comes in two ways. One is indirect object and the other is direct object. Transitive verbs takes, already I told you that transitive verbs take an object. This object is divided into two. They are indirect object and direct object. Now look at this example. She gave me a pen. She gave me a pen. If we take only this much, she gave. She gave what? What did she give? We need some answer for this particular question. Am I right? So, she gave is a meaningless phrase. This is not a complete sentence. If we need to complete this sentence, we need an object. We have to write a sentence with meaning. Without meaning or without completion, it won't be a complete one. So, if we need to complete the sentence, we need an object here. She gave. What did she give? Or to whom did he give something? So, she gave me a pen. To whom? To me, or to her, or to him, or to them. Okay. Here we are using objective case of pronoun. Make it clear that. Now, she gave me a pen. On the whole, this is the object of this sentence. On the whole, this is the object. But still, this object is divided into two. One is direct object and the other is indirect object. Without this object, if we read this sentence, she gave, it is an incomplete phrase. It is not a sentence. It is not a complete sentence. Okay. So she gave. Here gave is the verb in the past form. Right. She gave. Give. Gave. So she gave. Gave is the verb and this verb needs an object. And this object is divided into two. Or we can say she gave a pen. She gave a pen. That is also a right answer. She gave a pen. She gave what? A pen. And here we added another object. To whom? To me. So this object is divided into indirect object and direct object. She gave a pen. This is the direct object and to whom? To me. So that is indirect object. Is that clear? So transitive verbs doesn't need any object. Intransitive verbs doesn't need any object, but transitive verbs need an object for its completion. Is that clear, students? Okay. What about future? An action which is going to happen next day or tomorrow or next week, next month, next year, whatever. Okay. An action that will happen in future, that is future tense. Now let's take the present form of verbs, that is present tense. In present tense we have four types. What are they? Simple present tense, present progressive or continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. The simple present tense actually indicates the regular habitual actions or regular basis activities, like every day I wake up in this at so and so at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever it is. So the regular activities or habitual actions, that indicates the simple present tense, okay, are regular activities, and it can also be used for commentary in sports or games, okay. So for commentaries we can use simple present. For habitual actions we can use simple present, and also for universal truths, for proverbs, for universal truths, for comments in the direct speech. So for everything we can use simple present. For simple present we can use the very base form of the verb. For example, eat, walk, drink, sing, dance, play. So these are the base form of the verb. So simple present, for simple present we can use the base form of the verb. Every day I wake up at 8 o'clock. Okay. So here we are using the verb in the base form. Okay. So simple present tense is indicating habitual action or universal truths or running commentaries. Okay. This is simple present tense. And one more thing, in this simple present tense we have to note down the subject-verb agreement. The verb in a sentence should agree with the subject, agree with the noun, okay, agree with the subject and also the number. Like I'll tell you, singular subject or singular noun will take singular verb. Plural noun will take plural verb. Singular noun, singular verb, plural noun, plural verb. For the third person singular, we have to add s along with the verb. For the rest, we can use the very base form of the verb in simple present tense. Is that clear? For third person singular, we have to use s. V plus s, like eats, drinks, dances, sings, plays, jumps. Okay. So for third person singular, we have to use verb in the plural form. I mean VS. Verb plus S. And for the rest, we can use the very base form. I will tell you some more examples so that you can understand what is singular noun and where to use singular verbs. Keep in mind that singular verbs will take singular noun, will take singular subject, will take singular verb. Plural noun, plural subject will take plural verbs. Is that clear, students? Now look at these examples. I play. Subject, verb in the base form. You play. We play. He plays. She plays. It verbs. So he, she, it. What are these? These are the third person singular. Right? For third person singular, we have to add s along with the verb. For third person singular. For third person singular, we have to add s along with the verb. He plays. She plays. It works. This is first person singular. I play. You play. We play. I sing. I dance. You sing. You jump. We study. He studies. She sings. It works. Is that clear, students? For third person singular, we have to add verb plus s for simple present. Now come to these examples. This girl sings well. This is the subject, this is the verb. Am I right? This girl sings well. This girl is indicating third person singular. One girl. Am I right? This girl singular. So the subject here is singular. The subject here is singular. And so the verb should also be singular, but we have to add s along with the third person singular. Singular plus singular. Singular subject, singular verb. Okay? Third person singular. So the verb s. Now, these girls, this is in the plural form. This girl is indicating one, that is singular subject, singular noun. This girl, one girl. But here, these girls, a group of girls. So here the subject itself is plural, and that's why the verb is also in the plural form. Sing. Here this is third person singular. This is third person plural. This girl, third person singular. These girls, third person plural. Okay? Singular. This girl sings. These girls sing. Okay? These boys dance. This boy dances. Okay? So, for third person singular, we should add s along with the verb. Is that clear, students? He jumps. He jumps. Why did I add this s here? Because the subject is third person singular. Now, they jump. Why didn't I add s here? Because this is not the third person singular. Okay. So, for third person singular, we have to add s along with the verb. Now, are you all thorough with simple present tense, students? Now, let's see what is simple past. Simple past is indicating an action or an activity which happened in the past, not now, not in future, but it happened already, it is done. Okay, already it happened. So any activity that happened in the past is indicating simple past. Now I'll tell you an example. He jumped. He played. He jumped. He played. Okay. She sang. What is this? Sing, sang, sung. So this is the past form of the verb. So an activity which happened already in the past, that is simple past. And what about simple future? Any action that will happen in future, in course of time, not now, it will happen. So for that we should use will or shall along with the verb. We can use will or else we can use shall. So for future, the activity which will happen not now, not in the past, but it will happen in the future. That is simple future. Future tense. Now let me write an example. He will play cricket tomorrow. So here, look at this example. He will play cricket tomorrow. Not now, not yesterday. He will play cricket when will he play? He will play cricket tomorrow. So it is an activity which will happen in future. So he will play cricket not now, tomorrow. Or he will play cricket by evening. So these activities which are indicating an action which will happen in the future, that is simple future tense. Is that clear? Now let's see about progressive tense. Progressive or continuous. Present progressive, past progressive and future progressive. Progressive means an ongoing activity. An activity that is in progress. That is going on. Okay. Any activity that is going on, that is an ongoing process. It is in progress. Then it is the tense which is indicating an ongoing process. How can we identify that? Verb plus ing. So this ing is indicating that the particular action is going on. So for simple or present continuous or present progressive, the activity or the action is going on at the time of speaking. I am teaching or I am talking. You are listening. So here the verb is indicating a continuous action. This continuous action is happening at this time, at the time of speaking. Now, my mother is cooking in the kitchen. My father is working in the office. My brother is doing this work now. My sister is dancing in the school. Okay, my aunt is playing or my uncle is playing or planning or something, whatever. The verb is indicating an activity which is going on, which is in progress. That is continuous tense. So present continuous tense is indicating an activity or an action that is going on at this time of speaking. Then what about past continuous or past progressive? The same, an activity which was going on at that time of at that particular time. For example, if I am telling something about an incident which happened yesterday at this time I was watching television. So here I was watching television. This is not the present action, present activity, but it was a past activity which happened yesterday. Yesterday I was watching television by 2 o'clock, by 3 o'clock. Okay, here what's happening here? Here I am talking about an action or an activity which happened already, but it was a continuous process at that time. I was watching television. I was singing. I was dancing. Activity which is happening now, I am speaking. He is speaking. He is listening. She is singing. She is playing. Okay. Then what about future progressive? A continuous activity which will happen in future. I will be playing cricket. She will be playing cricket. He will be dancing. Okay. So here future continuous is indicating an action which will be a continuous activity or an activity in process or ongoing process in future. Present, an ongoing activity which is happening now at the time of speaking. And past, ongoing activity which happened. Okay. Now come to the be form of the verbs and have forms. So be form of the verbs are am, is, are, was, were, being, been. These are the be form of the verbs. And for have, has and have. Now let's write few examples for continuous or progressive tense. I am writing. Here verb in the ing form. Am, is, was. These are used for singular pronoun. I am writing. You are writing. You can be used as, you is both singular and plural. Okay. You is both singular and plural. You are writing. You were writing. Okay. So here I am writing. You are writing. We are writing. They are writing. He is writing. She is playing. Okay. So these are the be forms of the verbs we have to use for continuous tense. This is for present continuous. How can we write it in the past form? I was writing. He was writing. She was playing. Okay. So for past tense, past continuous, we have to use was or were. For present, we have to use am, is, are. You are playing. He is playing. I am playing. I am playing. He is speaking. We are listening. This is for present. Was and where is for past. Is that clear, students? So give an example for past continuous. I was playing. You were listening. Okay. So it is indicating an activity a continuous activity which happened in the past. Then what about future? You will be playing. Okay. You will be playing or you shall be writing. Will be or shall be. We can use will be or shall be for. Now let's see perfect tense. Present perfect tense is indicating an action that has just completed. A completed action in the past. Okay. So present perfect. Perfect itself is indicating a completed action. Perfect means completed action. Okay, so present perfect is indicating an action which completed just now and has a connection with the present. So an action that completed in this is past, this is present. Okay, this particular action is a completed action, but it has a connection with the present. This is present perfect tense. For example, I have completed my work. I have completed my work in the morning. Here I have completed. Here have plus verb is in the past participle form. Verb should be in the past participle. What is in past participle? Verb is indicating a past action or completed action. That is past participle. So here I have completed my work. Here it is indicating, this verb is indicating a completed action. Completed verb. The sentence itself has the word completed, right? I have completed or I have done my work in the morning. So I have done. So I have completed. So this verb is indicating a completed action, and it has, for perfect we need have or has. For he, she, for third person we can use has. For first and second we can use have. I have, you have, they have. You cannot use you has. This is wrong. I have, you have, we have, they have, and he has, she has, it has. Okay? So, present perfect tense is indicating a completed action in the past, just before. A completed action which has a connection with the present. And the past perfect is indicating two actions. Action 1 and action 2. These two are happening in the past, not in the present. It has no connection, just like this. In present perfect we have the past action has a connection with the present. But in past perfect tense, the action has no connection with the present. Two actions are happening in the past. Okay, it is indicating two actions, and one particular action got over when the second action takes place. Okay, past means an activity which happened already, which happened in the past, that is past tense. So past perfect means in the past itself one action got over when the second action starts, or during the second action, or when the second action takes place, the first action is completed there. The first action got over when the second action takes place. That is past perfect tense. Then what about future perfect? A completed action, an expected completed action in future. Future means an activity which will happen. So perfect means completed action. So future perfect indicates a future action that is expected to be completed in the future. Not now. Make sure that future tense is indicating future action. Perfect means completed action. So in future, an action that is expected to be completed at a time, that is future. Now look at this example. I have visited Taj Mahal. I have visited. This is present perfect tense. I had visited Taj Mahal. This is past perfect tense, and I will have is indicating future perfect tense. Is that clear? Now come to perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is indicating an action which is going on over a period of time, to a particular period of time. It is just like perfect tense, but here the action is indicating the completed, that is past participle form. But for perfect continuous we have to use present participle form, that is ing form, verb in the ing form. Okay, I have been visiting the Taj Mahal. So I have been visiting. This is indicating a continuous activity which happened over a period of time. Okay, then past perfect continuous tense is also indicating a completed action, a continuous action which happened over a period of time in the past. Now look at these examples. He has been playing for an hour. He had been playing. He have been playing. He had been playing. He will have been playing. Just like perfect tense. Perfect tense, present perfect tense is indicating a completed action, but it has a connection with the present. Similarly, present perfect continuous tense is indicating a completed action which takes place to the present. Okay, it is continuing to the present. Similarly, for the past perfect continuous tense, it is indicating a continuous action which happened in the past for a particular period of time. And in the same way, future perfect continuous tense is indicating a continuous action. How can we identify it as a continuous action? Verb in the ing form. It is indicating the action is in progress. It is going on. Okay. So future perfect continuous tense is indicating a progressive action, an ongoing activity which will continue in the future for a particular period of time. Since 2 years, 5 years, for 1 hour, for 2 days, for 3 weeks. So it is indicating a continuous activity for a particular period of time. It will continue from this time to this time. Okay, this is all about perfect continuous. So students, in this class I hope you're all thorough with tenses